freaking ice cap zone. So go here and get on a snowboard and go down. And you can like let Sonic do his thing, or you can jump preemptively if you want. And it's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite sections of Sonic 3. But interesting fact about Sonic 3. Originally, I read that the levels were going to have a different sequence in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, with the level that preceded this actually being Flying Battery Zone. Because when you exit Flying Battery Zone, you actually knock out the door, and the door flies out before you. And that thing that we snowboarded down was supposed to be, I think, that door. So, very interesting. But Ice Cap Zone, oh man, I can never say enough good things about this music. Ice Cap Zone is my favorite music in Sonic 3. No, I said Sonic 3, I didn't say Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that goes to freaking Flying Battery Zone Act 2. But this track, oh my god. I got so many memories about this track. The first time we actually got the Ice Cap Zone, my brother and I, we said some pretty wonky, stupid crap with this song. We were trying to rap some freaking lyrics to this song, and it just made no sense. And then I would just come back behind and say some random crazy stuff, and it made both of us laugh. And man, like I said, I got so many crazy memories about this game. It makes me smile just thinking about it. So, bro, if you're watching this, thank you for all the laughs, and thank you for getting me to freaking casino, Carnival Night Zone. I appreciate it more than you can know, bro. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's go through here, go down here. Oh, it's Ice Cap Zone. Down here. So push this and just write it down, and it allows us to get to the next section. So there's a little bit of puzzles in Ice Cap Zone, but not too many. We'll break through here, and then it will break and reveal a freaking spring, so we get up higher. Which we didn't need, we had tails, but still. Go down here, and just go down. There's some little freezers out right here. If they freeze you, you can actually kind of still move Tails in a way. And if Tails can jump on top of you and break the ice, it'll take no damage. But if you stay in the ice, then you will take damage, and that's no fun. And this is a whole lot easier than what it was in Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania was a little bit of a crapshoot, but I still enjoyed it. It's still motherfucking Ice Cap Zone. Okay, let's get to the end of Ice Cap Zone Act 1, and then we can take on the Freezer Man. And that's what I've always called it. But with the Lightning Shield, you make it super easy. The boss fight will actually have him go left to right while he has those balls of ice around. And then once he gets to the other side, he'll launch those balls of ice and try to hit you, and then it'll make him vulnerable. And then you can go ahead and smack him and try to take him out that way. But with the Lightning Shield at the very beginning, you can just completely make a joke out of him. Now, Ice Cap Zone Act 2, the higher up you go, the more, forgive the pun, the more cooler it seems that the rewards you get are. So let's keep going up. At least I think that's how it is, but oh man, something about just getting to the higher sections in the Sonic game, they're so rewarding, I think. So we go up here, to here. Penguin Coon. Let's go up here. Oh man, the second act is so much more better than the first one. One thing I like about the second Ice Cap Zone, it's very like, I don't know if ethereal is the word, but it has a solitude sound to it, and I love it. And then it has this energy to it as the track goes, and it's so good. It's so freaking good, man. And you know what the damning thing about it is I don't know if I like this more, or if I like Rink Rink from Ristar. I was going to say Star Ocean. They're two different like arrangements for the same kind of idea. Rink Rink is this ice planet, and then Ice Cap Zone is this freaking ice cap area that was just so lonely and cold. But they carry the two different like tones in like completely different ways, and they are so freaking good. But I think if I honestly had to say one was better than the other, I would have to give it to Rink Rink. As much as that hurts my soul saying it, because I love Sonic 3 to death, Rink Rink is just so whimsical and playful, and I just love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Ice Cap Zone is just beaten by a hair, and I mean a hair. Let's go down here. Let's go ahead and kind of sort of cheese the Robonik fight. So he'll actually drop this platform, and it'll always freeze left, down, right, and then it'll go back in that. It'll go in a rotational order. So just remember that, and then when you hit him 6 times, he'll lose the platform. He'll start leaking Freon in the back and underneath. So you can only hit him in the front safely. So just remember that, and you'll be okay. Not too hard. 2 minutes, man. That level didn't last too long. Ha! And then we'll go to the final level of the original Sonic 3. The end of the first half of the game. So let's go into Launch Base Zone. Oh yeah, in Ice Cap Zone, that was the original song and not the song that we got in the port. So very nice. Those Astrons, you have to use the Insta Shield to break. Go here and you can get a big ring. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. And I'm trying not to use Supersonic as much as I can because I like Supersonic, but I don't like the Supersonic song, man. It's so freaking long. It does go on a little bit longer before it loops in this version, because the original version, I think it was maybe like 8 to 10 seconds, and then it looped. This one's like 15 to maybe 20 seconds of track before it loops. And I appreciate that, but it's still freaking annoying. Main launch base zone, as you can see there in the background, the Death Egg is there, and I guess this is the repair base / launch base of the Death Egg. So Sonic's trying to get there, and you notice as we go further to the right, which obviously the Death Egg's going to disappear out of view because it's moving to the left as we're moving to the right. But I like that illusion. If you don't pay attention, it gives the illusion that you're running up on it, or you're getting closer to it, I guess, in a way. As weird as that sounds, because if you're getting closer, it should get even bigger. But I like that illusionary effect we get. Like right there, it's completely out of sight, so you get the feeling that you might be. I know it sounds weird getting closer, but if you get closer, you think the thing gets bigger. But in some ways, it kind of like it's changing the. I don't know how to describe it. But anyways, I'm hoping somebody understands what I'm trying to say. If it doesn't, well then I guess it makes absolutely no sense, and I'm just being stupid. But I like that illusion, especially when you go into builds, like you're going to a different part of the level. Anyways, I'm done explaining that. Launch Base Zone has a lot of hazards. The enemies that if you don't use the Insta Shield, you get smacked. Those frogs have little morning stars around it. You got those spikes that drop down, the snails that you can't break or destroy until they open their shell. So open their shells, it'll shoot 2 balls, and that's your time to destroy it. But normally I ignore those. I don't really bother with those. And you got speed boosters, Astrons that you have to use Insta Shield to break, spikes a lot of places. It's a very hazardous level. And this tells me it's all right there. And we can go and jump in these, I don't know what those are called, but you can jump in those and then you'll transport you to a different level. I'm going to go ahead and go this way. Let's go this way. And we can get another, no, it's not a big one, but we'll go ahead and get some goodies and Insta Shield. I love it, not Insta Shield, Lightning Shields. Woo! Speed booster on the last section of the first act now. Come here, fat man. There we go. Knuckles, will you please stop freaking just trying to stall me and beat me? Just demolish this whole freaking thing. And I want to know, like, did Eggman build this architecture, or was it already there and he just, like, retrofitted it to fit his needs, I wonder. Alright, so let's go this way. Come here. I'm not done with you. Okay, I guess we gotta fight his little thing. His little defense system. I don't know what these things are called, but they'll spin around, as you can see here. It reminds me of the first boss of Sonic Mania in Green Hill Zone, because it would do a similar thing like this. So just wait for your shots to hit it safely, and then it'll lose one of its arms when you hit it 3 times. And then after that, it loses an arm, and then you can just go ahead and hit 3 more times and take it out. And we got through Act 1. Oh man, this is such a fun game. We've been playing for a little bit over an hour. It says an hour and 12 minutes, and man, I'm having a blast. I can't put this down. There we go. This way. This way. Give me the hook. Here we go. Go this way. Go up. Let's go ahead and ride this hook. Zip line, whatever. Whee! Oh god, that's so fast. It's so cool. And the fact this game is running like very smooth. I don't know if it's running 60 frames a second. I think it is, but it's running so smooth, man. Oh man. Let's go this way. This way. I don't want to hit that shit. Go down here and we get some rings. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to do something really quick. Okay, let's go and break that, and then now we can go down here. If you break that before you go in that hole, that thing will actually block some of the ring. It will block the 2 ring boxes, so you can't hit it. Go down this way. Oh, I want to destroy the snail. There we go. Snail is destroyed. Oh god, I forgot about that. Dang it, no! Oh man, I love the water effects. Nope, no run out time music for me. I'm trying to remind myself that this is the only other level that has water in it. I'm trying to think if Sonic and Knuckles has a water level. I don't think so. And off the top of my head, I can't think of the one that has a water level. That's actually Fly up here. I don't want to go in the pipe. Haha, Tails. Wait. Let's go up here. Yeah, ring. I think that is the last big ring of the first half of the game. After that, you'll be having to waste the Super Rings and Sonic and Knuckles to get Chaos Emeralds if you haven't gotten them. So trying to get all your Chaos Emeralds before the end of Act 2. Here, that's actually the way I think you come in if you go under the water. But we're not going to go that way. Or we're not coming in that way. Go this way, nothing there. Sometimes, I think in the original Sonic 3, there was a fire shield up there, I think. Let's go up this way. Tails, where you at? Tails, buddy, where you at? Tails. There you go. Thank you, buddy. There we go. Let's go up here. We'll get a water shield. I'm gonna try to keep my rings as much as possible. Now, this level is different in terms of the boss because there's a boss rush. Now, in the original Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you only had to fight the first 2 bosses. After that, I think the bubble shield would be a little better. After that, the half of the game would end, and you would proceed into the second half. But in this one, you get the full experience because in the original Sonic 3, you fought all 3 forms. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you only fought 2 forms, so it made it easier in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And jump, because those bowling balls will shoot out from here. Use that lever to make the height that you need to hit Robonik. So here, I don't know what this is really supposed to accomplish, but there we go. And then now we can go up here. That's boss fight 1. You get his egg robo, and then we will proceed into the second fight. And I'm not controlling Sonic; he's doing it himself. So we get one last appearance of Knuckles the dumbass. I like how it does damage to the Eggmobile, but the Death Egg is taken off, and it's going to knock him off into the water. Hopefully he can swim. But yeah, and then Knuckles' boss fight in Sonic and 3 and Knuckles, he fought all three, which was kind of weird that he got to do it, but Sonic and Tails didn't get to do it. But that is fixed in this version, and we get a nice, cool transition sequence between the first half of the game and the second half of the game. Very cool. And here's our arena. So let's go ahead and have at it. You can't fall off the sides, which is kind of cool. But it would have been a lot cooler in terms of danger if we could. So I've already knocked off half the health off this form, but what he does, he's in this little space shell looking thing that has cannons, and every single time you do damage, it will about every 3 or 4 hits it'll lose part. I did that way too fast. It'll lose a part, and you just keep doing damage and avoiding damage, and then you beat it. Now this music right here, it's it's the big arm music, but I call it Malicious Fingers because of a OC remix track that that remixed this. I forget the name of the artist, but I just think about it as Malicious Fingers, honestly. See that here? Boop! Use the instant shield. This big arm boss is super easy, but you don't want to go into its arm, otherwise it'll grab you and it will hit you on the ground and you'll take damage, and that's no fun. So use your instant shield, and you can avoid trying to jump at the right height, because if you jump too short, you'll grab. If you over jump, you'll hit the spikes, but if you use the instant shield, it doesn't matter if you hit the spikes or not, you'll do damage. And this music is so freaking good. This should be the last right here. Yeah, he'll lose his armor and everything, and the little thing that was carrying us is going to be blown up, and then we will have to fall down and watch the Death Egg fall too, because we actually did some severe damage to the Death Egg somehow. I guess Robonik in the platform somehow damaged it, but that is the end of the first half of the game, and the Death Egg is falling back down to the Earth, or Angel Island. Man, we really flew very high, didn't we? But Robotnik's not going to have none of that. He's going to go and save his beautiful Death Egg. And this transition was not in the original game, so this is really cool. And it will be sent into the Sonic and Knuckles title screen. They land right in motherfucking Lava Reef Zone. And now we're in the second half of the game, and with that, I'm going to take a small little break, folks, and then I'll jump right back in.